Yeah, hi, I'm Frank Lavario, and in the last video I gave you some background on myself, on the Lavario self-help programs against addictions, and especially I gave you 10 hopefully good pieces of advice against addictive behavior, and today I want to give you 10 more, so let's go through them and hopefully you find them helpful. Let's distinguish, I mentioned that in the first video as well. There are underlying reasons for your problem, and there is the daily craving, the daily triggers for your behavior. Something that every day or a few times a week makes you crave for your drug, whatever that drug is, whether it's porn or alcohol or gambling, food or whatever. So we need to deal, on one hand, we need to deal with the underlying problems. On the other hand, we need to deal with the craving. And against the craving, it's sometimes helpful to distract yourself in extreme ways. Bite into a lemon or into a chili. Throw ice cubes into your shirt. Listen to extremely loud music. Run 3 minutes as fast as you can immediately when you feel craving. Things like these. Sometimes you can chase away the craving for many hours, up to many hours, by distracting yourself this way. And I mean, it sounds crazy, but isn't addiction also a crazy thing? You need to deal with it sometimes also in a crazy way. I mean, this is just one piece of advice of hundreds in the Lavario program, but it's just one that I want to give you because sometimes it can help. Some people think now ice cubes and stuff doesn't work for me, but hey, try it out before you say it doesn't work for you, right? So we have patients that always have their lemon somewhere in the jacket or a chili in the pocket, and they bite into it and try to think of your addiction when you have tears coming out of your eyes after you have bitten into a chili. So don't laugh and don't say it's crazy. Try it out first and then judge. Second piece of advice, structure your time. That's also a very common trigger. Unstructured time is a common trigger for addictive behavior, first of all, for craving, and that leads to addictive behavior. So for many people, it's very helpful if they structure their time beforehand. If you find out, for example, with the diary, that you typically have craving when you suffer from unstructured times, then prepare your week. Prepare at least the day, the night before, or prepare the week on Sunday night, and plan for those unstructured parts of your week and fill them with meaningful activities, with joyful activities, and so on. So that could reduce already your craving, right? It doesn't solve your addiction, don't get me wrong, but that is also part of a suitable addiction treatment, that you learn how to deal with the craving. The next one is, you are not a bad person. I'm reading it, by the way. I prepared a bit for really being prepared to give you good advice in 10 minutes and hopefully read it out to you in perfect English. You are not a bad person. That's a common misconception that people suffering from addictions have. If you were really bad, you could not feel ashamed about your addiction. Think about it. If you were bad, you could not feel guilty or ashamed of your addiction. Therefore, you're not bad. I mean, for some people, that's a huge breakthrough in their thinking. And I know it's not that easy thinking about it now. And in 1 minute, you feel different than before about yourself. No, but take this idea as a starting point. You know, you have this desire in yourself to fight your addiction. So it shows there's a lot of good inside you. There's a great character inside you. You want to get rid of your addiction. Many people don't even bother, right? But you are here watching the video. You're looking for clues on the internet how to break your addiction. So it shows you're a great person. That's quite a change in how you might think about yourself. What you are missing so far is a structured approach of how to break your addiction. You cannot just go ahead and say, as of tomorrow, I will not drink anymore, I will not watch porn anymore, I will not masturbate anymore. That just doesn't work. But you have good intentions and you just need a good program like ours, or like counseling with a psychotherapist somewhere, whatever you choose to do. But that is what is still missing. But you're not a bad person. So let's cut it here. Next one is, do you remember how it was the first time when you had your first contact with your drug, whatever the drug is? Think about, why did you start? How did you feel? Many people with addiction problems just wanted to be cool or forget problems. Think about, try to remember whether you could have acted differently back then. And if you could, how? Can you learn something out of it that might be able to change your attitude and behavior today? So, I mean, this area is huge. I'm shooting questions at you, but go into that direction. Yeah, maybe watch the last 30 seconds again. Take these questions and start digging into your past. Start digging into your deeper motivational structure, that's what we call it. Try to find out more about yourself. That is also a very important first step in solving addiction problems. I will not go deeper here because it's just 10 minutes videos. We have dozens of pages in the Lavario program about it, with a lot of many exercises where it's a very practical, hands-on approach where you find out, where you really find out what is causing you the addiction and then find the way out of the addiction. Next one is, if you have addiction problems, it can make a lot of sense to define new aims in life, new dreams and new visions. As a next step, you should then think about how you could achieve them. Which small step could take you already this week in order to, which step could you take already this week in order to get just a tiny little bit closer to your aims? That's a big one as well. So let's wrap it up again. What is missing in your life probably when you're really suffering from addiction is something positive. And you need to analyze your dreams, basically, or define new dreams that fit to your life that you had so far. And you define new aims in life, in different areas of life, like in partnership, like hobbies that you want to pursue and forgot about, maybe even in your job. So there are many different areas in the program we have, in the Lavario program, we have 6 areas, and where you start defining or visualizing where you would like to be in 20 years from now, or in 10 years from now. And you break it down to 1 year from now. And then you can really take little steps every week in getting there. What I want to say is, you need to get positive energy into your life. Doing things that you believe in, that give you happiness, that take you a little bit further towards, a little step further towards your aims. Yeah? The more you get positive energy and positive activities in your life, the less you will feel craving. Yeah? That is the key. There's always a reason behind. And the less you feel craving, the less you will show addictive behavior. The less you show addictive behavior, the less you feel bad and guilty and ashamed about yourself. So all these things have to do one with another, and that's one with another. And that's why I meant before, you need a structured approach to get out of your addiction. You cannot just say, as of now, as of tomorrow, I will stop. No, addiction is a tough thing, and you need a good approach. And that's why I showed all these things at you. Take whatever you feel useful at the moment. You can watch the video again in 4 weeks, but start with something, and maybe next time you take something else out of it. Yeah, and step by step you feel better. Step by step you get out of the addiction. That's a key thing, and that is also different to many therapies against addiction that you can buy books on, or you go somewhere and they tell you as of tomorrow, right? And then look at how many people get back into that. It's 90% who fail and get back into the addiction. In some addictions, it's 95%. And this is one of the reasons. You cannot just do it from now on. You need a lot of things in parallel. Now, I go to the next one. Whenever you feel craving, you need to do two things. Distract yourself and analyze why you feel craving at that moment. What does the craving want to tell you about underlying problems? If you manage to distract yourself successfully, fine. If you don't, relax and don't drag yourself down. Take your time and think about how you can distract yourself more successfully next time and how you could solve the underlying problems that cause your craving. For example, if you find out that one of the triggers is loneliness, or let's say stress, and then you prepare yourself already against stress, and think about this crazy example before with the ice cubes. Yeah, I think that's the most extreme example in the whole program. But okay, and it doesn't work. If it works, fine. Then you can be proud and you can say, okay, that worked. I will prepare myself every time now. I will have ice cubes somewhere and I will do that. And then it shocks me so much that I don't think about the addiction anymore. But if not, then analyze. Yeah? Analyze why was it not good enough? What else could help you? And analyze again the situation of stress. Why, in your case, stress is giving you craving when other people with stress don't have that. So that's another door into analyzing your addiction. Yeah, just touching the surfaces in these short videos. Next one. You were born as an innocent baby. And then you were exposed to the influence of your parents, your neighbors, your school, and many more. The fact that you have addiction problems today has a lot to do with those influences. You cannot blame yourself for those influences. Yeah, you were too young back then. You cannot blame yourself for when you were 3 years old, 6 years old, 9 years old. And certain influences had certain effects on you. Therefore, you are not a bad person if you are addicted. Yeah? Your behavior is maybe bad. It's undesired. It's not what you wish to do. But it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. Deep within you is still this innocent, sweet little child that you once were. Once you recognize those early influences in your life, you will be able to correct many of the mistakes that you made in your life, or at least prevent them from happening again. Yeah? So that's a huge area of your inner child. I think there's probably 50 pages about it and many exercises in the program. But it's important. You need to go back there and identify those problems. Number 18 out of 20 advices in these first two videos. Forgive the people that have hurt you. Forgive them for your own sake, in order not to carry feelings of revenge with you. Feelings of revenge, hatred, and self-hatred only poison you from inside. Forgiveness doesn't mean that you should appreciate the bad things that people have done to you. Forgiveness simply means to not allow the past still rule your today's life, your life today. So forgiveness is extremely important. I mentioned in an earlier tip that we often show addictive behavior in order to take revenge at somebody. Yeah? Like your mother. Look, mom, I behave like this today because you treated me like this. That is sometimes implicit. Maybe we're not even aware of it. It's subconscious. But in many cases, that's one of the reasons. It might be your mother, your father, your ex. I mentioned that I think in the first video. No? So number 19. Did you ever consider that the purpose of your addiction is to punish you for mistakes you made in the past? Addiction out of self-hatred. You try to punish yourself, because you don't deserve happiness. Yeah, it's absurd. But in many cases, that's the case. And does it really make sense to punish yourself? Yeah. Isn't life hard enough? And shouldn't you be a bit more generous about yourself? I leave you with these questions. Think about whether that is something that could apply to you in your addiction, that you want to punish yourself for mistakes you made, for something that you feel ashamed of, and that you feel that you deserve punishment and bad things in your life. And that's why you drug yourself with whatever you drug yourself. And the last one for today, yeah, and that is just a very practical one. Have a look at our website, lavario.com, because there we have, I don't know how many, but many articles with some good advice, I believe, background on addictions, but really also some practical tips and also some that go more into depth of your childhood and so on. So have a look, read some of these articles, and if one or two or three of them can help you, that's already a lot, right? Then I will make more videos here, and so maybe stay with us for the next ones. And good luck. Hopefully you take something out of this video. Yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.